That's a good segue for what I wanted to ask you around ESG and impact investing. Given that you had followed the trajectory of the sector, if we can call it that, for such a long time, and given the recent headlines made by a lot of asset managers and investment firms raising even larger impact investing funds, I'm just wondering, what do you make out of all of this? What is impact investing in your view? How do you define, and how would you measure it? And what do you hear from the industry? How do people think about impact investing? Why is there such a huge demand right now? Again, I know these are a lot of questions, but we can take it from which point you want.
Let's peel the onion a little bit. So, I mean, firstly, I'm known to be reasonably critical towards some of the new investment efforts that are being made in this space. I think there's potentially a certain amount of wokeness almost around the topic. I mean, to me, kind of, sticking some additional pictures or some rainbows on your quarterly reports doesn't basically, and have some pictures of women working in a certain environment, is just not enough. So I think ESG as it stands right now has, and let me be a bit more controversial here, has the potential to be basically modern day snake oil. And what I mean by that is that it allows investment vehicles to say that their investments will, to some extent, change the world, for lack of a better word, but with very, very few standards or benchmarks to measure whether they're really on course to live up to their promises and live up to expectations of their investors. So I am a little bit concerned that we have raised a significant amount of capital in very, very large funds without much consensus around how we will measure the fact or the ambition of them to have impact on the larger economy. Now, let me also say I'm encouraged by the attention that the topic is receiving. On the other hand, whilst I'm not impressed with the way it's being related, the way it's being measured, I would like to see clearer standards to emerge, and that would ultimately then allow the whole industry to show that it's really on the right track and that it has impact. So the lack of standards and the lack of measures as we have it right now, and you asked about measure, and I wish I could point to one or two distinct measures that I like and that I would like to see everyone rolling out. But unfortunately, there are I could say there's so many out there that it's really hard to come up with a ranking.